Almost bet these are made in Pakistan. Given the colorful bagging and the fact that they're hand stamped out.
Does it say on it anywhere? Is that a new Kaz O-ring?
Maybe.
I think it is.
I'm guessing there's 4 of those, so it's probably injector O-rings then. I don't know what else there'd be 4 of.
Right? Weird. Well, he's not getting any injectors, is he? All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Sandman Industries. Today, live stream, we have a world first. Carby B6D turbo. Now, I'll do a spoiler alert. The turbo is not going to be staying long term, but for our test fire today, why not? Why not just give it a try with the turbo? See how it does. So we're going to finish sealing it all up. We're going to then get it on a stand.
Spark plug O-rings.
Spark plug O-rings? Is that a meme, or was there actually a time to use spark plug O-rings? There, got it.
Companies that don't install the or don't come with the metal rings should be like, it's disband.
I was gonna say the O-rings it came with actually might fit pretty nice in the ribs of a spark plug.
.357 HDH said, "I messed up your intro. My bad."
Did you? I don't know. I might have been done talking already at that point. We'll probably do the intro again anyway, considering there's probably like only 2 people in here right now,
And
myself included.
Yeah.
Where's my little rag shredder? We need her.
What are you even doing?
Scraping this off. You jumped the gun a little bit.
I didn't jump the gun. You're just too slow. Also, it's not.
Sounds like something a gun jumper would say.
It's not even technically bolted down either.
Define technically bolted down.
They're not tight.
They are in it, though.
Exhibit A. Shit to spell out.
They are in it, though.
In it to win it.
All he's been winning now is a bunch of paint flakes in his valve cover.
.357 HDH said, "Those red letters look so good. Are you glad you took the extra 10 seconds to paint them?"
Am I glad? Sorta. I mean, it's just more effort. If this were my engine, I'd be like, yeah, of course. But it's somebody else's engine. I'm not getting paid for this.
You know, it comes full circle. You know,
yeah.
I've helped quite a few times with paid projects, so.
Said, "That exhaust manifold looking clean."
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. He better clean up his engine bay really nice to make it worth having this in there.
SBC Newer 50 Evergreen Tree said, any time frame for a full B6D swap guide / video?
Yeah, early next year, because we really got to finish V2 first. It's more delayed than I want it to be, but I got to get V2 done, and then we can finish the B6D swap guide video.
Should make some metal sleeves for the valve covers, like the B3s and single delivery cam have.
Some what?
The metal sleeves that go in the bolts.
Oh, don't they have them from the factory?
These ones don't, unless that wasn't a factory gasket kit I just took off.
Oh.
Because I've seen people break ears off B6D valve covers.
Yeah, I've seen people doing crazy stuff recently. Heck, Alexander just broke the water pump bolt.
That one's semi-common. They stretch out.
Just annoying in his case since he was actually using an inch-pound torque wrench.
That's why in the book, on like every page that has to do with reassembly and bolts, it tells you to check for stretch.
Who's got time to do that? Just break them.
Most of the time, you can literally look at like hourglasses.
Yeah, that one M6 I pulled out of my valve cover that was like perfectly necked down to an M4.
Mm-hmm.
I love that bolt.
I guess since it has a new O-ring, I put it on. It's rare that they come with those. And this one, it's probably just as hard as all the other ones. Yep. I'm surprised at cutting it all. It didn't just snap.
It was close.
I hate that. It's literally just out.
You might have even been there. New O-rings is kind of a pain. Yep, nailed it.
This isn't the right bolt. It's just a little short. It's enough to grab threads, but it will pull threads out if we actually try to tighten it.
All right, I'll get a better one. What about this? Hey.
What, a distributor bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work.
It's really gross still.
I mean, you can't really see them on this engine.
No, I mean the threads are gross.
Oh.
Threads are just full of dirt.
I mean, you can't see those either.
I just saw the wire wheel.
There's a little one right there.
Too much. I'll just spray it off, call it good.
Your thread chase kit's right there if you really want to go at it.
Good enough. Well, I'm starting to doubt some of these studs I pulled out to use on this exhaust manifold. This one's shit.
I should probably finish tightening the spark plugs. They're just hand tight.
Well, G said, just got my clear taillights, just need new nuts for the and they are good to go.
Nice. I actually have new nuts available because the stock nuts are kind of fancy. They're M8 thread or M5 thread with a 10mm head.
Yeah, they're massive.
I do have them brand new available if anybody wants some.
I lost one of the wire holders. It just flipped right off the engine and disappeared.
Oh, one of the plastic ones.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I guess it's fine because I only have one screw anyways.
this screw should be in here. Well, it wasn't here.
Just like that wire clip was on top of the engine. It could have went far. Like I set it right here, and then it just like flipped off. There it is.
No screw.
Oh yeah, I never had the screw to begin with.
Oh.
I didn't lose it. It just wasn't there. I could just
take it from his.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to do. With the proper JIS screwdriver, so it came out with the Phillips.
Still need 1, 2, 3, 4 studs. I had enough to do the whole engine earlier. There's one more. 2. Okay. I threw one away. Maybe not these two since they're not that nice.
Nate said, "What is up?"
What's up? Final preparations to get this thing running on the test stand. Yep. Yep.
SBC newer 50 evergreen tree.
What?
Said, "Can the rear wiper hatch be added to a Stova without a rear wiper?"
Yes. All 89 out Festivas are pre-wired for all accessories, so you just need to make sure you have the harness that comes in the hatch, bolted up, plug in the harness, good to go. If you want the wiper, like sprayer nozzle to work, you also take the wiper tank out. The rear washer nozzle uses a separate tank from the front.
Running that hose is kind of a pain, though, so...
You also need the switches for the dash.
Yeah. You good?
No, I'm losing my mind. I just had
Look like you're struggling.
I am. I had 2 nuts over here.
Nate
These.
said,
Jeez.
"That going in a Festiva? And are you gonna make more content on the Miata? Also, I can't wait to get my fuel pump in for my Festiva to get her back on the road."
Okay, 3 questions there. Is this going in a Festiva? Yes, it is. The turbo manifold is just for a test, but the Carby B6D adaptation is going in for a Festiva. Next weekend, actually. Might stream that too. More Miata content. Yes, more Miata content is coming. I have my entire coverage of Miata at the Gap that I still have to edit and upload. What was the 3rd question? Oh, fuel pump. Yes, your fuel pump should be shipping out today. Michelle is finishing up a bunch of the pending ones that I have available right now. So those are probably going to be out today. the painstaking process of tightening all of these by hand. Or I guess not by hand, but inserting them all fully.
Mm.
They'd probably sink in on their own, but do it right.
Don't want to pull threads out.
Yeah. Or have Nicholas have to worry about studs ripping out on him and having them not stuck like stock ones usually do. Call it good. Standing here like a goober, you still. Nope, that one fucked right off.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't mess with it anymore. I'll chase it with the chaser. That's the right thread pitch. That's right.
Yeah, those are all the same ones I've threaded so far.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean they're the right thread pitch. It just means they went in.
Well, at least half of it is because the nut went on it. The other half could have been bad. Got a new nut from my other grinder.
Nah, they look the same. I'm surprised that fucked off. I chased all of them.
I know, and I put it in by hand, like my fingers, and it's just like, nope.
Acido 057 said, "That's nice. A carbureted engine has a nice distinct sound, so I'm sure with a full exhaust it will sound good."
I'm going to assume it's going to be a completely stock exhaust.
Yeah.
For now, at least. He does want to turbo it. So we'll see how that goes in the future. I've never turboed a carb, so I don't know how much. Actually, no. This carburetor should have enough to, add a few pounds of boost. It also is a cheap carburetor. It might just explode.
Right. I wouldn't want to. I mean, I generally don't want to do a Carby turbo personally. Tuning a carb with turbo sounds like a pain in the butt. But especially not on a Chinese carb, I wouldn't want to. And you still need to do your normal tuning stuff anyway. You want your AFR gauge. You want to make sure everything's going correctly. By the time you wire in your gauges, and you wire in your boost controller and stuff, and you add the turbo to the front of it.
You don't need a boost controller. You're not going to be running more than wastegate pressure off a carb anyways.
I guess it depends. Yeah, if you're doing a T25, you definitely wouldn't.
Especially with a B6D and a higher compression ratio, you're not going to want to really send it too much, especially without like full ignition control.
Right, stuff like that. I wouldn't want. By the time you John Glenn was talking about adding ignition control to do a Carby B6D, and like if you're wiring in your control box through ignition, and you're doing a gauges kit.
Did you notice I made 2 Festivus store orders because I forgot some things from the first one? Did those go out in one shipment?
They often get combined. I'll have to check again later. Usually it combines them though if it sees the same address twice, especially in a short order. So
the manifold that came off this engine, I tried putting on my surface grinder and cleaning it up. first half was going great because it wouldn't fit my chuck, so I'd do it in 2 halves. And then I started going back as a spark out pass, and then I started digging in really hard in the corners because the whole manifold was tipping because my fixturing was terrible. So now it's missing like a 1/4 inch of manifold. I mean, I could probably clean it up, but I gotta get a much, stiffer fixture.
Yeah. I've got a lot of spare B6D ones now.
Still
I don't know why that guy had like 5 in his hoard.
I might need some lube. This feels terrible.
Yeah, it looks sideways too. But maybe not.
The whole engine's tipping forward a little bit.
I do have thread certs, which his car is not immune to, or not a stranger to, I should say.
At least that's the one that doesn't matter as much. Like, I guess if any studs were to fuck off, it'd be one of these corner ones or the center one, I think, are the ones you can get away with. Because I think this triangle is enough, or trapezoid is enough to seal it, especially with the cast iron manifold.
Oh, the Miata even deleted 2 of the bolts.
Did they?
Yeah, the Miata doesn't use these extra ones.
I think I just needed some lube because it's aluminum. Like stainless steel, aluminum loves the gall.
I go find one more stud.
You can try getting the nut off this one.
Rygar the Destroyer said, "Do you have any plans to swap a BP into any of your festivities?"
No, I'm not a BP person. Okay, I say no, but also maybe, because a lot of people want me to develop a BPT manifold. I still probably won't put it in a Festiva, but I might be swapping one. Or I might be developing parts for one. But no, I'm not a BP fan.
As nobody should be. Like, why use a BP when there's so many other good options that don't, rattle themselves to death? And there's vice grips over here.
I'll just get a new one. These ones were cheap, I think.
It wasn't in all the way. I'm assuming you need this.
Are you sure that was the 1.25 Chase?
No. I only see there was only one M10 in there, wasn't there?
No.
Oh, well, is the second one bigger or smaller? Because I used the first one. 1.25?
Yeah, that's the one you just used?
Yeah.
Now? Okay, good. Well, it's still not very happy.
Well, it's not going to be. Do you spray the hole out? There is aluminum in there, All
right, I'll take the brake clean then.
You got like maybe 2 squirts left, so use them wisely. Hopefully the block's cured enough where brake clean's not going to matter.
If it's not, touch up on that. It's easy enough.
It's professional. It should be cured within like 15 minutes.
I think it needs a tap. I think those first ones are they're too flat for anything to happen. Or just hit it carefully with the drill so the first 2 or 3 are not there anymore. Yeah, that's not going to go in otherwise. All right.
You have your big drill bit set literally right there. Don't use the step bit.
Where?
Right there. Don't drill too far. These studs don't have very much thread to them.
Might be enough.
Oh wait, I didn't look at the thing, but I did do the thread and thread deal, so I knew it was right.
Oh, okay, good.
I was just thinking, I know I'm stupid sometimes, but something like that, I feel like I would have checked.
All right, I'll take a nut.
How about you take the shaft instead?
Still
Freshly
take a
cleaned.
nut. And then the wrench. And I'll take the hand ratchet this time. Perfect.
Just end it. It looks fine. Still got threads left.
I'm not slipping again.
Oh.
The zinc ones I grabbed aren't serrated.
Bill Taylor said, "Hey fellas, how are we?"
Hey, Bill.
SBC Newark 50 Evergreen Tree said, "Will Escort GT wheels fit on a Festiva?"
No, they're 4-100. You have to do an Inspire brake swap or a Rio brake swap.
But otherwise, they'll physically fit if you get the right lug pattern.
Yeah, if you do the right brake swap and you use the right tires, yes.
There's actually a whole wheel and tire guide that's, expertly written on the page.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. I heard that guy put a lot of work into that.
Heard it took, a good while to do. Collecting a whole bunch of information.
Beautiful recovery, Steven. It's going to be just fine.
Threads on a little easier.
I'll say. All right, now I'll take a collection of copper nuts and the turbo manifold and a gasket.
Asking for a lot here.
Just had the, there it is. Oh, Miata gasket.
Missing holes. You're going to have to chop those out.
Bill Taylor
Like, you're actually going to have to, chop
"Not
that part of the
sure who
manifold
wrote
off.
the wheel and tire guide, but it's kept me in clutch a few times. Winking face."
Yeah, it's a nice guide. Hats off to whoever did that. Just drill it.
If you've never had to drill a gasket before, are you even a car person?
Beautiful.
We could just
gone
pull
well.
those studs out.
I just put them all in. Just cut the damn thing. You have a cutoff wheel over here still from this from earlier? Or
Probably not, considering it was already dead anyways.
Follow up. Where the hell are they? I got one left. I just bought a new pack. Maybe it's in the back.
I mean, you do use them pretty quickly.
Yeah, recently I guess we've been doing a lot more fabrication stuff than I think we normally do. What are the chances these are still asbestos?
Maybe 10%, depending on what country they came from.
China.
I'll just breathe in deeply. Your lungs will tell you. Is it backwards?
Should be mirrored. What an ass gasket.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Might need to include different gaskets with your kit.
Gives people the option of upgrading to nicer ones.
Upgrade or just don't work. Dude, you're like half a hole off at the end.
It's insane. Insanely ass.
I guess I'll grab the metal one out of that kit that we just opened for the valve cover gasket.
Wait, you opened a kit?
Yeah, the white one that you said. There's only one white one.
What?
And it was the cheapest one. In terms of brand.
Well, I first said Beckett Arnold, you said no.
Literally the only white box. They're all gray. You said box.
White cardboard. Whatever. All right.
I mean, I wouldn't even run Apex in my car. It's all D&J. I'm surprised they included a metal one. But they got a paper intake gasket, it looks like.
Yeah, metal intake gaskets are very hard to come by. Molly's like the last one that makes them aftermarket.
Oh, it's like a cheap paper one.
Gross. Honestly, I didn't even think about having to test fit the gasket.
I've never had a bad gasket like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had gaskets be shitty, but not like physically entirely not fit.
Yeah, that was like...
And not even like, oh, it's the wrong gasket. That's the gasket.
It's like 10 mil too short. It's like they scaled it wrong or something.
Absurd. All right, time to see if... Get out of there. Time to see if this fits. Ground from that corner off. Okay, yeah. Send some nuts in here. I should have took it a little more off the corner. That's enough for this test, at least. Yeah.
Sitting flat.
Yep.
Love how literally every time I've started a manifold up over here, a carb one, it's always been on a turbo engine. Every single time.
So true. All right.
I got the engine test stand thingy.
Yep. And we need a starter. And we find those crazy long M8 bolts.
And
we
we
need
need
to
a
set up
flywheel.
the flywheel, set up the thingy.
I'll go grab a scrap flywheel. Actually, there might be just one back here.
Yeah, I'll check.
In fact, I think mine that I misdrilled is back here.
Here's a B3 one.
Perfectly crusty.
Nice and corroded.
Oh yeah, I've seen the test manifold broke off the B6D over here.
Yeah, I was tipping the engine to grab something off of it, and just like I grabbed it maybe 3 pounds of force. But it means it had fuel sitting. It's had fuel like sitting in it. So.
Whoops. Good thing it was a free carb. Actually, I don't think it took any damage.
No, yeah, I mean it hit there. It's
there
it,
and then
it
up
bent
there.
that a little bit.
Did it bend that? Because that was already a 90. I guess it's past 90 now.
Yeah, it definitely flattened it. But I mean, who cares? The rest looks fine. We gotta get that out.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, I'm gonna throw off the white balance, everybody. But I'm gonna open this door, clear some stuff out of the way.
I just thought it was a stupid ass joke with that. You can probably see where my mind was going.
Yes. Well, we got the dog now, so it's fixed.
The joke still kind of worked.
What's that sound?
The lawnmower or the air?
Oh, is the air leaking out of that thing?
I'm gonna go stop that. It's kind of annoying.
Yes. You got a stick, big dog.
Said. That made it look more natural. You all seemed washed out before.
Yeah, the garage lights, while they are quite bright for a garage, still can't quite match the sun. Despite all my attempts otherwise. You got ahead of me here, Steven.
That's probably enough. I just need enough room to let the legs down. Oh wait, did you wrap the chain in them?
I don't remember doing that. Michelle might have when she was helping me move it, help it keep it from just clanging everywhere.
Marcus said, caught the live stream.
Welcome. Oi. I don't know if this 9's gonna make it.
Put the socket down, like flat on the ground. I mean, like we really use the 9 anyways.
Right.
Now that you have a compressor, you should get some air over hydraulic for this.
No way.
Why not? You can use it either way. It's not like it's only air pressure then.
I don't want to spend money to make my compressor do more compressor things. I don't know if Milwaukee makes it or if it's an aftermarket company, but I saw that there's now a Milwaukee jack, like a pump jack. You can pump it up, or you just press the button and it goes, and it can even start to lift the car up, and you just need to pump it the last little bit. I'm interested in that. So if we get one of those for this, get a giant linear screw for it instead of a pump, put the battery on there, and just
Linear screw lifts
Actuator.
don't really have much lift compared to hydraulic. I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess it could lift it up to like starting height, then we can, use the handle to actually jack.
I don't do very much like heavy stuff with it.
You don't do much, but this cherry picker is probably one of the most used tools you have.
I don't do much heavy with it. If I did more like small block Chevy stuff, I'd say like, yeah, I definitely need all this hoist can give me.
Well, it's not even like about heavy stuff. It's about just not having to pump it 1,000 times. Like imagine right now, I just click a little button and it goes up. They really
No, I need a ceiling hoist.
Your ceiling would not support that.
This one, no. I need a better building and then a ceiling hoist.
What we really need is a engine stand that actually fits in between a hoist.
Right? Isn't it so fun that the Harbor Freight stand does not fit between the Harbor Freight legs?
Like how? Well, just all of them. Like this. How is that not like a thing now? Like I think there are some like niche brands that have kind of things that work like that, but like it should just be the standard.
Nope.
I don't think we need the leveler.
I don't have any other thing that can shorten very well. The hook won't fit in this chain. This chain's too small. I've got other chains. Well, I don't know how much they're more shorter though. Yeah, it's not shorter at all. Yeah, I don't think I have any other shorter one besides the big rope that you brought down my first B6D with. these off. Higher. Over crinked. Okay, probably something like that.
Oh, you want me to keep going up?
I don't know. Yeah, let's push it.
Take the pin out. Let it swing down. Should give you a little bit more room.
Yeah, a tool for that.
Oh, well, in my opinion, it doesn't work fantastically. It works.
The rear main tool?
Yeah. It doesn't set them in far enough. Like, it's still sticking out like 1/4 inch.
Did you use the probe one instead of the Festiva one?
I don't know. They should all be the same. It all uses the same rear main. Yeah. That one's probably gonna need the impact, or just the ratchet.
Impact's faster.
This one might just push him by hand.
Yeah, it looked a little soft, didn't it?
I got this. The hammer's right there. Okay, I definitely didn't use that one because I don't remember there being bolt holes to run in.
Well, looks like the bolt holes didn't matter. Let's see a big washer.
Yeah, I didn't use that one. I don't know what one I used at this point then.
Must have been a probe. If it came from here, at least. All right, nasty flywheel.
Oh, they're supposed to have washers. Might work better with that washer.
Might have.
I almost immediately always lose the washers and never put
All
them back
6,
on.
huh?
Oh, I mean, we can do 2. Oh, wait, that's backwards. I go this way.
Dude, the turbo just spun. Just spinning the flywheel by hand, Steven just got the turbine on the turbo to move like literally 10 degrees.
That was kind of cool.
All right, here you go.
Probably
Did you bring these along with you?
No.
Okay. I'll go
Just
find
use
mine.
your long ass ones. Are they fully threaded?
Yes.
Send them.
Oh, they're probably still in the stand.
Rygar the Destroyer said, making boost already, LOL. Nicholas Surdiak said, yellow.
Those are some crazy bolts.
Right? And they were so affordable.
I might.
Oh. It's a maybe. It's a big maybe.
Yeah, send it. It'll be fine. It'll self clearance. Yeah, we're good. Probably do this one. Okay, that works.
Good?
Nope.
I think the block's fully threaded.
Yep, nope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice.
You almost fully threaded it.
I thought it was stronger, this bolt or the block?
The block, surprisingly.
Nicholas Surdiak said, I'll be there in an hour.
Oh, not those. Those are 125. That was close. It was alone. Ow.
Oh, I would run a chase through it, but I can't. Not long
Bill
enough.
Taylor said, Nick, how's that AC working?
17. Should be all right.
We'll run the chase through it after we pull it apart. Oh, we're all four.
I got him. And I guess we'll skip the stand. We'll just let it hang.
Be fine.
I don't go digging for those massive M8 bolts I got lucky finding last time.
We need 2 M8 bolts for the starter, though.
Very true.
Nicholas Surdiak said, fantastic me is the engine going in my car next weekend. That's why we were hunting for a large nose AC pulley.
I think they're actually M10. This is big enough?
It would have been, yes. We can give you a 3D printed one. It might last like 10 minutes.
3D printed what?
AC pulley.
Down.
They were talking about the AC. We can give them a 3D printed large nose one.
Yeah.
ABS might last a little bit. We do it like 100% infill. Be a fun test. Literally wouldn't harm anything if it fails.
Does he still not have one?
No, they're so hard to find. That's why I'm trying to get them made.
He needs to pay the outlandish fee.
Bill Taylor said, have you checked with Miles on that pulley? Nicholas Surdiak said,
You need to work in your
I thought
finger
we were
game.
doing the conversation to ribbed.
Oh, maybe. We'll figure it out.
What happened here?
What? Oh,
Weird.
a lot of impacting on a impact rated. I'm doing air quotes.
I do it all the time, though. It's the first time I had a socket get stuck on it. Things will just ruin your day. Non-JS hardware.
I mean, As you can see, you pretty much don't have to worry about us doing stuff. Like, well, if we say we'll get it done, we'll get it done. Our schedule is just very limited sometimes.
Said, Bill Miles said he doesn't have one, and the only person other than Will I know that has one won't budge on price.
Well, they're worth that. Well, I want that.
No, I won't pay on this.
Won't?
No.
It's not the same as this?
No, that's two completely different carbs.
I know they are, but you can't use this fitting on that thread pitch?
I mean,
It's
I
not
can
the same
try.
one?
I don't think.
I don't have any tiny fuel line.
Bill Taylor said, you could, but you'll need a ribbed pulley AC clutch for an condenso compressor. I think I found one recently. I'll send you the info.
It's tight as hell.
75/8. Nope.
Big as hell, too.
Bill Taylor said, and an Aspire tensioner pulley, of course.
You can use the stock Festiva one, just change the pulley to a ribbed one.
Yeah, the pulley's universal, thankfully.
Or unless you mean for the dual overhead cam, you can still use the Festiva one, you just gotta put spacers behind it.
Nicholas Stewart said, okay, I know me, Will and Steven talked about it and trying to convert it to that.
I don't know, maybe I could take a small nose pulley to work, chop off the rear end since it has a lot more offset, and then weld on like the back part of a large nose like ribbed pulley or something.
Like my power steering pulling for the yellow?
Yeah. Like actually identical to that, except good.
I mean, my yellow one has WAT. They just used a large nose crank pulley, drilled 4 new holes in it, and you used nuts as spacers, and it was like a mil off. I don't care which engine I got that off of. The other yellow car did.
I mean, they are both Toyota carbs, so I guess it does kind of make sense.
This stock one is actually kind of fucked up. Look here, see how the threads match really well? If I turn it 90, you see those two threads have a huge gap, like height-wise? Like neck down right there, but only on one side.
Oh, it's probably just thread sealer.
You think so? Just where one side got clean?
Considering how tight it was coming out, they definitely used thread sealer. And how white it is in there. And the smell of it when you pulled it out. We can throw your thread chaser through there.
Well, one second. I got one other idea. Yeah, I think this is just a. I think this is a size down. I think the diameter's not the same. I think the pitch is really close to being the same, but
Does that thread into the end of that though?
nope, this is super fine.
Hmm. I mean, as long as the small hose doesn't have to be fuel line, it's only gonna have fuel for a few minutes. Honestly, thread sealer is kind of overkill. I mean, it already has a crush ring.
Yeah, I thought it was weird they doubled it up.
This is probably the same size.
That's one that came with it. Yeah.
I mean, the nut, so you can just use the same wrench to tighten it.
Nicholas Suardiek said, "One day I will have a Carby B6D turbo."
No, don't do it, Jesse.
If you do, that's certainly gonna be the first one. This needs tightened. After that, we just need a few vacuum lines.
Yeah, and our funnel needs some sort of adapt. Well, I guess we can probably put a vacuum line in this line.
Yeah, we could probably tighten it down enough on that. Doesn't have to be perfect, just test fire. We'll need an ignition coil of sorts.
Yeah, somewhere should be the one we used last time. Somewhere close-ish. Is it on this engine even by chance? Yeah, it's on here still, Steven.
Oh, just stuck on there?
10 mil.
Oh, did we actually mount it?
Yeah.
Look at us actually doing something half right.
That's for the gram, remember?
Oh yeah, it's like professionally mounted.
We can. There's other stuff we could do.
I don't need that part. Well, I guess I might as well take it all.
It's got the right connector for the...
Yeah, it's our little
oil.
sub harness at this point. I mean, after we get this all set up, we could just like go out for lunch for a minute until you get here. Like, I've already been thinking about lunch for the past half hour.
I do also enjoy lunch.
I was personally thinking about Panda Express.
I like Panda.
Some orange chicken right now sounds fire.
Bill Taylor said, "I may have to just swap Callie now, thinking face."
What? Is that a name of your Festiva that I don't know?
Hey, vapor canister fuel line.
Hey, look at that. Too many Festivas nowadays. I can't keep up with, all their names.
Bill Taylor said, "My 89 Carby."
Ah.
Nicholas Suardiek said, "No, I'm the only B6D Carby out of here, Bill."
Why am I struggling with this? This is power. Why do I have this extra wire coming off? Or is this one power? Okay, yeah, this one's power. This one's ignition.
Taylor
Do you have an
said,
M5? or whatever.
Or should I do the Silver 89LX?
Oh yeah, there we go. It's a hook. So this needs power, then we just ground the chassis.
Jump pack should be around here somewhere.
How far away do you say you were?
Nicholas Surdiak said, an hour. Bill Taylor said, 4 or 5 hours LOL. Nicholas Surdiak said, getting on 64 now.
Where's the angle grinder?
Right there.
God dang.
I just want to hear the compression. Oh.
No. All right, get a zip tie then.
Our old zip tie's probably still up there. Here's a long one for adjustability.
Bill Taylor said, actually you're the second B6D Carby. Steven's highest of a rally car is Carby.
Little do you know, this is that engine.
Yeah, you're looking at it. A new lease on life on the public domain.
Yeah, the rally car got retired last year. Something about the strut tower like folding in half, you know. I can only weld so much rust before the car is just not safe to drive.
And by the time we mean not safe to drive, even
Nicholas
in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
Said, same engine going on public roads now rolling on the floor laughing.
It's a good engine.
Let's get some PCV in here.
It's probably, oh, like actually. Probably the side one. We'll have
some bigger hose.
Some radiator hose might work pretty good, or heater core hose.
I think I have power steering hose, but it costs $1 bajillion.
I mean, how much does 1 inch cost?
Half, I mean, 1/12 of a bajillion, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things. The clutch was going out, and if I was gonna pull the motor, I was just gonna scratch it. It wasn't worth fighting with it anymore. Plus, I really wanted to get this motor out of it before we wrecked the motor. It was too good to let it die in that car.
Will that factory B6D breather hose stretch all the way over to the carb? It's on the floor behind you. The S-shaped one.
Wait, why didn't you stretch the carb? Oh, that doesn't need to be vacuumed. You're fine. Although pirate air is not going to hurt at the carb. He can just hook it up to his not the AOS, the more ghetto version of an AOS. Catch can. Yeah, he can just put his catch can in line with it. Or run this port to this it would go to his air breather, not the carb.
Mm.
Tough to cut or dull?
Both. Is that good power steering hose? That's why it's got dimples.
Rust belt issues, I get it.
Well, the car was originally bought as a rally car to begin with. Honestly, buying that car is probably my worst buying experience of a car ever. But that's for reasons I'm not going to discuss. What's it to get a cap for the back one or something?
They're in the Protege. I'll grab some.
I'll see if I can't. I'll just steal some vacuum.
Get yours,
lines from this.
maybe vacuum lines to the distributor at least.
Pretty sure that's the way it goes.
Nicholas Suardiek said, I'm back, sorry.
That should do. Just about perfect, actually. Okay, I can't really rotate that. Or slightly sideways, but it'll be fine.
Nicholas Suardiek said, if I'm keeping the catch can, we are going to have to relocate it.
That's fine. That's just a couple extra hoses. There's an AutoZone down the street, so we can get hose.
Yeah, Tom has some hose too.
It's pretty much ready to fire. If we're gonna wait for him, we can just go eat lunch real quick. I really don't want to stop the stream though. We just started it.
Right. You just want to grab Panda and bring it back?
Yeah, I didn't plan on eating there.
I meant just you go. I'll
Oh.
stay here, clean up a bit.
I guess. Just text me what you
Brad
want.
Edwards.
Actually, I know what you want.
Same.
Fried rice, orange chicken, honey
Hose for
sesame.
days.
Yeah,
All the hose.
plenty hose. Actually, I was going to say earlier, if Brad's on the stream, I could ship you some of these bolts. These are the ones I was talking about. I've got some super long M12 and 1.5 fully threaded bolts. They're OEM DIN spec. They're really nice. I got a bunch for cheap a while back. They're great for mounting engine stands.
Said, ours was Angie's Bronco. The drive home was the kicker redneck engineered lift kits and the above 65 shimmy made for a miserable 2-hour drive.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm actually not very hungry. I just want one thing of orange chicken.
So just a bowl.
Yeah, well, you get a plate normally, right?
Yeah.
Get the bigger plate. And just do the third one as orange chicken. It just comes in a little box. That'd be good
Or
enough
I'll
for
just
me.
get you a bowl.
I don't need the rice.
So you just want the orange chicken?
Yeah.
That's blasphemous.
I often skip lunch when I'm medicated.
Really?
I didn't take it yesterday, so now it's like extra.
Your Chinese ancestors are going to disown you.
Well,
Brad
we've
Edwards.
been to Chinese or Japanese shrines, so
Add them to my soon-to-be massive card will.
can do.
Nicholas Suardiek said, would it be easier just to run it to vacuum instead of keeping the catch can? Just ask it.
I mean, generally speaking, deleting your catch can is fine now since this engine really doesn't have much blow by at all. But you don't have to run the vacuum. You can literally just cap it off. It doesn't have to be open. You just put the cap on and call it good. All right, I was going to attempt to clean up some while Steven's out getting some lunch. Because it is still a bit of a mess in here. And we'll get some cameras set up so we can live stream this to Facebook as well for anybody that might miss it. I need to let the dogs in and feed them real quick, though, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Echo, Maverick, we'll go inside. You guys hungry? There go, some lunch.
Brad Edwards said, "Will, did you guys end up rebuilding my transmission I brought for stream or just set it to the side?"
No, it's not done yet.
Nicholas
It's still here.
said, "Brad, are you coming to Ohio estimate?"
Brad will probably have it done like mid-May, looking at the schedule right now. We're finishing this weekend. Next weekend is Ohio Steva.
Said, "And are you the one with the large nose AC pulley right now?"
After Ohio Steva, Steve and I are finishing up another project here for somebody else. When that's done on the 16th, then we should be able to finish up some transmission jobs that we have queued up and also finish up some more stuff on V2, I think is the goal. So we are getting there. Put some of Steven's stuff outside for him to take home with him.
Said, "I wish. I don't have a car currently. I'm headed to work instead."
As a reminder, you don't need a Festiva to go to Festiva meets, in case anybody else was wanting to go to one. I know I also have some viewers here that are Miata people and some viewers potentially that are Protege people. So definitely worth going if you have any interest at all in seeing Festiva stuff or doing shenanigans or driving the rally cars. Ekadog. I might not be taking Festiva this year to Ohio Steva. I haven't decided yet. The yellow car, I think, is good to go, but I also just got the Protege done, and I've been really enjoying driving it and getting some miles on it and getting the fuel system dialed in. So we might take the Protege this year. I'm not sure. The Protege is also like 2 wires away from having AC. AC is nice. That being said, the yellow Festiva also has AC, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
Said, "Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have my Festiva up and going, but I will be at the meet next week."
Heck yeah.
I'd love to see the protege.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might bring it along. We'll just see. I still got so much stuff to do. Michelle's gonna help me get caught up on Festiva store shipments. Bless her, making my life a little easier, or just physically freaking possible. But generally speaking, yeah, I got a lot going on.
Said, if I can swing it, the yellow is coming.
Heck yeah. Maybe I can convince Michelle to bring 2 cars this year. So the dogs and Michelle can go on the protege, and I'll bring the yellow car, and then Bill and I can have double yellows at meet. Be fun.
Bill Taylor said, sweet.
You have to help me get Michelle on board, though. It comes down to what she wants to do. Thankfully, Ohio Steva is not too far of a drive. Actually, really, meets at the Dragon are about the same distance for me as meets to Ohio Steva, which I hadn't really thought of before till just now. I definitely want to do a Festivas at the Dragon meet, though, sometime. Maybe I'll, instead of doing a Lexington meet at my house like I've been wanting to do, maybe I'll start organizing a Dragon meet. But after going there with all the protege guys, it was a blast. But it would have to be like a...
Bill Taylor said, if not, Ariel is always ready for a road trip.
For sure. It would have to be like a performance-based meet.
Said, well, we never talked about rib pulleys that you have. I know you said you have a butt ton of rubber pulleys and AC clutch.
I have a ton of Capri ones. Steve and I just didn't confirm whether or not for sure we could get the ribbed Capri clutch to fit a Festiva AC compressor. I will happily bring them along with me to the meet to see if they fit. A, you have to remind me to do that, but B, it's just a matter of bringing it and testing it.
Bill Taylor said, I can definitely host a Festiva Dragon something or another. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes from Mountains to the center.
Yeah, Mount Steve is really close. I think I want to do one that's more performance oriented. I know, like, if you've never driven the Dragon before, like people's first time going, and there's faster cars there, or people that are just like, not necessarily faster cars, but people that drive more fast. It can be kind of lame to get left behind all the time. My first Dragon meet, I was the slow guy.
Brad Edwards said, it is weird that we only have 3 bolts for that engine to mount to an engine stand right.
It's not that weird. It's just because the transmission's threaded. So these 3 holes, the block is threaded. The 4th hole, the threads are on the trans side. The bolt goes the other way. If you want, you can use that really long bolt that I have. You can use 4 really long bolts and then put a nut on that. But generally speaking, 3 is enough to hold this whole block. Like, really, 2 is enough to hold it. It doesn't require that much. They're not that heavy. I don't know where all my numbered drill bits went, but I'm pretty sure this one on the table goes to that kit. You do not want to lose that. but I don't see it.
Bill Taylor said, most people treat it like a racetrack. I remember when hardly anyone knew about it.
Yeah, there was a couple guys in the protege group that like, maybe not there, but there are a lot of people that talk about it like a racetrack, and like it's still just a public road. At the end of the day, you gotta respect the road. Driving hard, pushing hard, like it's fine, but you know people have to stay within the lines, and that's the big problem. Is like sometimes you'll see people going up there in groups, and they start like cutting corners or trying to cross the yellow. Don't do that. The protege group was really good about not doing that.
Yeah, I'm old, LOL.
Man, where the heck are these bits?
Bill Taylor said, mustard and mayo munchers, LOL. Nicholas Suardiek said, that's one I would be interested in for sure. It's just trying to convince the girlfriend we're making it at a time where we can do it. Any other stuff's not going on.
Yeah, getting not busy is hard. I know the feeling. Nicholas, how far away are you now? Basically just waiting for you.
Nicholas Suardiek said, 45 minutes.
All right.
Bill Taylor said, gotta be like, what, 30 minutes? Nicholas Suardiek said, if people would drive, I'd be there sooner. Bill Taylor said, damn, you driving with your anchor out or what, rolling on the floor laughing?
Oh, do I even have any gas left for this thing? I have to go fill up a gas can. Now this gas smells terrible. I'm not using that.
Nicholas Suardiek said, 64 has construction and people from Kentucky that can't drive rolling on the floor laughing. Bill Taylor said, that's just sad.
right, I put fuel in the funnel
Yeah,
while I
I
was
smell
thinking
it.
about it, so don't bump it too hard. So I just couldn't live without that rice, huh?
Yeah, you need that protein. Wait, does rice have protein?
I don't think so. I think it's just wheat.
I guess you don't really need those carbs.
Well, not wheat. It's just I guess
just
it's
carbs.
just rice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Echo's out here just chowing down on June bugs. She's doing it all night last night. She pooped twice this morning, and here she's doing it again. Besides the double pooping, she doesn't seem to be suffering from it, so I guess we'll let it ride.
I was gonna eat in here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can move the camera outside.
Hmm.
Otherwise, lights is gonna be so hard. So I think our option is run it, kill ourselves with noxious fumes, the door shut, then open the door back up. I will sacrifice a bit of lung for the sake of the film. We definitely want to see the turbo side though. And I'll get the portable camera here to see the thing spin up.
Our dog Loki catches carpenter bees.
Nice.
That's a good dog. Those things are terrible.
One
You
of
want
the
a
cats
drink?
at my parents' house. Yeah, I put a Diet Dew in the freezer.
Okay. Watch her, because my food is on the chair.
All right.
I don't trust her sneaky ass.
Steven, we sprung a leak.
Oil or fuel?
Fuel.
Oh, that's fine.
Is it?
Where's it leaking from?
I don't know. The carb somewhere. Higher up in the carb. See how wet it is right there?
Oh. It's probably because, like, look up here. It's probably suctioning that out. It's just leaking through the main jet.
Said, he's our stoner dog. He looks like he's.
They're quite literally the
most
same
of the
temperature,
time.
so let's pick whichever one you want.
Nicholas Stewardiak said, "Well, that valve cover turned out fire."
Thank you. Yeah, okay. All this is in there.
The float might not be floating. It might not even have a float in it. We'll just have to pull the top of the carb off.
This is drain right here.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I put every tool away, so we have sockets and that's it. This is why this is worth testing on the stand. We can find problems like this before they're in Nicholas's car.
Nicholas Stewardiak said, "Gravity feed."
It's leaking everywhere now.
We're probably going to have to pull the plugs. Make sure it doesn't hydrolock itself.
Spin it by hand. Still shoot it in the turbo. We get a nice bang. Anti-lag on first start.
I wonder if a backfire's ever blown apart the ceramic turbine blades.
Mm.
Bill Taylor said, I'm going to go get the grill started. It'll be in and out.
Nice. We'll be here.
For an undisclosed amount of time, because we don't even know. That's also another reason I got you a bowl. It's not that much more than just an extra entree. Because I kind of wanted honey sesame also this time. I should have had them load us up on sauce, though.
Am I high? Was that there the whole time?
This?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been looking for it. I looked all over this table. It's the meme come true. Somewhere. Okay, yeah. Put that back in there, please. Hopefully it's the only one missing. Fantastic. Crisis averted, everybody.
Nicholas Surdiek said, 38 minutes.
You'll be here just in time to diagnose and fix your own fuel leak. While Steve and I watch. Echo. Oh, you gotta catch. I'm not. All right. Dude, it's right. Echo. It's right here. Seriously, I don't think your nose works. Just the teeth. Hey, I don't like the floor.
Nicholas Surdiek said, underqualified rolling on the floor laughing, plus I don't have much time to hang, I have to go to Harlan.
All right, fine. We'll fix it for you. We're always getting out of trouble.
Good thing we have a whole parts carb.
It would be hilarious if the load's actually just missing.
Max Being Rods doesn't make their own parts, right? There's a reseller.
At this point, I don't know. They're mostly reseller, but they might be like having their own parts produced on their behalf by the supplier. Now that they're big enough.
I got those a couple years ago, so.
Nicholas Surdiek said, it's okay, lol, Steven has another carb.
I do indeed have a third one.
Yeah, it's just not here. If we're Steven to go get it and bring it back, it's like an hour and a half, depending on what's going on downtown. Little dog.
On my way down here, someone rear ended somebody, and they're just blocking one entire lane in traffic instead of just pulling around the corner.
Of course. It's like they can never read the sign that says, if no injuries, move. Hi, puppers. Hi, puppers. Hey, you. Scoop. My little lap dog right there. What do you think, puppers? You having fun? You have a good time outside? A good day out, huh? You should be in the sun, lounging right now. Thank you.
I wonder if anybody's trolled the low no miles group, which is like a brand new car off the lot.
Yeah, the admins in there are actually pretty quick, usually. Echo! Oh, you're already out here. Duh. That need to be a thin wall 14. The Chrome 10 is missing as well. I don't remember having it out. Nice.
Brad Edwards said, "Hey Will, does your coolant bypass pipe work for the B6 as well as the B3 or only B3?"
So it works. It technically works for both. The B6T though has different B6D, B6T, and B3. The locations for the extra nipples are all different between those three things. So you typically need to use the one that matches the rest of your coolant system, or make modifications with different hoses, etc., depending on how you want to do it. The B6T has one on the front that's kind of important for the turbo. That's where the turbo gets its water from. After that one, the B6T or D or B3 also has one that goes to the head. All the pipes will have at least two, some have three. basically, you can use the Festiva one because it has two. You just have to get creative with your routing. The back one needs to go to the back of the head on the B6, and it
Get
needs to
your
go to the
nose
turbo
down.
on B6T. The extra one goes to the throttle body. For the throttle body coolant lines, those you don't need, so you can just not run that one. I know I explained that poorly, but if you look at it, you'll get the idea of what I mean.
So
Look at where the actual nipples are. So yes, you can make any one of them work on any other engine. You'll just have to get a little creative with your hoses because of the angles that they sit at.
You also need the matching lower thermostat housing, or lower water pump housing.
The Festiva one and the Capri one, I think, put it in the same location.
Do they?
Where the O-ring sits. Miata ones don't, though. Miata ones are a lot different.
The Aspire one's a lot different. Kia one's different.
Yeah, the Kia one's also way different, yeah. Well, I would say way different. The Kia one is close to the Festiva one.
Got a lot of hard rice.
Where'd all our viewers go? We're 20 minutes away from starting this beast.
You probably have enough aftermarket silicone and hose and stuff. We could connect the turbo to the carb.
Just about. We need one of those printed adapters that you put like the screw through it, though. A hose clamp, I don't think it's going to clamp to this, even if I had the right size silicone.
To do what Rubio did and just run into the stock, top hat.
Nicholas
I don't have one.
Oh.
said, "Still here, lol. I'm about to get off 64 at Versailles. Be there in 25."
All right. All right. Where do you think it's leaking, Steven? I drained it.
It's leaking out of the secondary jet.
So then the float's just stuck.
Quite possibly.
Seems like a pain in the ass to get to it.
Just take those like 6 bolts off the top of the carb.
And this, right? This link needs to come off.
Maybe.
Right here. Probably need to release that little spring clamp. Unless it pushes out from here.
You can probably just lift up the top hat and spin it around.
All right, we'll give it a try. While avoiding getting fuel on his brand new valve cover. So I want those, safety first. This bracket for the throttle cable?
Choke cable.
Oh, okay. Put it aside for now.
She thinks she's sneaky. She keeps butting her nose up on top of the table where your bowl was.
Nicholas Surdiak said, "No,
What? No, what?
If you're in Lexington now, you should probably pay attention to driving. These people can't drive. Well, it has a float, so that's good.
Yeah. It do be moving.
Let's move it around a bunch. Maybe we just got some like thread sealant stuck in the seat.
Nicholas Surdiek said, fuel on the valve cover, said face.
Well, we didn't get any on there. Don't worry about it. You think I'd let that happen after all the work I was put into it?
I mean, would you let it happen? Probably not. Would it probably still happen? Possibly.
Well, if it happened, then I let it happen. I'm not going to let it.
Well, you didn't let it. It just happened. She brought me her stick. I think she's trying to trade for food or something.
It's a good exchange.
We'll crank it over real quick without spark. Make sure the cylinders aren't full. Maybe I should do that by hand.
Yeah, I'll do it by hand real quick.
That's a good sign.
Cutie. Well, now we know the throttle blades seal pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Now we have both of the things capped off too, so. The cylinders might be a little dry too.
They're pretty wet. I mean, Saturday.
Of oil.
Right.
Once the fire
I mean, now that fuel's in there?
Yeah. Lots of fires will liven back up.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of oil in there too. It'd take a lot of fuel, like splashing around to dry it up more.
Nicholas Surdiek said, hello, Michelle, if you're outside still.
She just went back in. You can say hi when you get here.
You gonna go for it now?
Just gonna pour in some. See what happens.
Bill Taylor said, dang, I missed Michelle, confused face.
She didn't make an appearance. I saw her. She's by the porch for just a second. Just enough to wave, so I knew she got home. Well, it's holding now, Steven. It's up to your still right now. I don't see it filling the throttle
Brad
body.
Edwards said, any more issues with the codes, Karen? Bill Taylor said, _Maverick.
No, not recently. They came back and checked again though. Like they checked me twice since then to make sure I'm getting stuff in compliance. Annoyingly.
As long as they see you somewhat doing something, they'll leave you alone.
Well, these guys at least. The first guy, no. First guy was like, I will fine you $100 a day and be happy to do it. I'm like, you're such a jackass. Slow charging. How long have you been doing that, you turd? 47% battery. Incredible.
Its whole life. Quick Charge 2.0 wasn't a thing back then, was it?
Nicholas Suardiak said,
It's capable of fast
what
charging.
were they even going on about?
I had
Everything.
automotive parts visible in the yard. I had cars that were considered derelict that are visible.
I mean, something.
The primary complaint, actually, this guy was not code enforcement. He was zoning enforcement. He was here because somebody was claiming I was running an automotive repair shop, which is illegal. I said, I am not. These are my personal cars. He's like, what about this guy? I was like, that's my friend. I'm helping him work on something. He's like, well, legally, you can't work on your friend's cars. I was like, well, that's kind of shit. And they were like, deal with it. So that kind of sucked.
Yeah, so pretty much, like, if you buy a house, it's not your house, really.
Yeah, and, I mean, everywhere has zoning laws. Some places care less than others. Lexington's not one of those care less places.
Especially since they spent, like, $1 million redoing this road, or multiple $1 million. Pretty much anybody that bought a house around here in the past couple years probably spent close to $500,000 on their house. So you're going to get a lot more pretentious people now.
Brad Edwards said, dude, I've been parking my semi-truck in front of the house. Nicholas Suardiak said, I live in nowhere, so I don't know what those laws are.
Are we dripping?
Again?
Brad Edwards said,
Damn it.
we
I
have
don't know
some
from
codes,
where.
but nobody really bothers me.
It's not from inside the carb this time. I wonder if I just have a small leak in the manifold. If there's just a little bit of gas sitting in there.
Maybe.
It'd have to be a super small pinhole.
In this front corner, maybe. We can put some dye in the gas, maybe. Check it with the flashlight.
I mean, a little pinhole ain't gonna hurt it. Now, since it's soaked in gas, I can't really seal it. After we're done running it, we could spray the manifold with paint. That would seal up any tiny pinholes.
Brad Edwards said, get the fire extinguisher handy, guys.
It is.
We could also
Nicholas Suardiak
just push this whole thing outside.
I mean, you can, but it'll just be warm, lol.
Is it still full? Yep.
Yeah, the carb's not leaking anymore. I think it's just what was leaking before is in the manifold.
Tipping over now?
Yeah, and I found a tiny pinhole that I must have missed. Yeah, we'll just spray paint it. If it's a pinhole that small that it's just finally leaking after all that, that'd be fine. Spray it with some wrinkle paint.
No. Plus, we have to paint it like in place because this is RTV to the head.
Mm-hmm.
Just brush some JB all over it. All right. Well, since Nicholas still isn't here yet, I'm gonna close this. Get our lighting correct. All right. I think everybody's here to see the engine, not to see me. So I will zoom in.
Nicholas Suardiak said, 12 minutes, it's bringing me some weird way. Brad Edwards said, a little mood lighting, ha well.
Yeah, I gotta keep it spicy. Why is this just showing a big blue streak of nothing? Still a silver paint Sharpie out here. It's gold.
We never had silver out unless you had it out.
Okay.
What do you need silver for?
Brighten up one of the fins on the turbo.
Oh.
It's kind of hard to see on the camera.
Oh, just so you can see the spinning action.
Yep.
Well, you could do alternating silver and gold. Do you have plans for the weekend after Ohio, Steve?
Getting this done.
Okay.
Wait. Whatever. I'm open. What do you want to do?
Oh, I was gonna like swap suspension back to stock on Aqua.
All right, let's do it. I'm down.
Because once it's back to stock, I might pull the tank out too. That also doesn't take very long.
Yeah, I'm down for that for sure.
Once the tank's swapped out, I'd consider it reliable to drive, so I could actually drive it to work. And then I could put all the suspension bits back on the black car and have it not on the ground.
True. Yeah, you should don't forget take those home with you today.
What?
Actually, those nice coils I saved for you.
Well, if I take them home, I'll just do it after work, which actually is probably beneficial to like our progress of all of our stuff.
Yeah, I still want to help you though.
Well, you can help me tear back down our 6-speed. That way we can put the metal guide in. Because I kind of want a metal one.
There you go. Now you guys can actually see the turbo spin, hopefully. And this camera completely ignored everything I was told to do.
Nicholas Suardiek said, 5 minutes.
There's no gauges on them.
Just works on vibes. Just hope it.
Yeah. Hopes and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
I'm guessing it's pull this out.
Probably. I'm working with like a handful of fuel.
Here. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more in it too. Make it run for more than 10 seconds. All right, for Festiva, that's it's 8 miles. You know what? I think I'll grab Vice Grip too in case we just need to pinch the fuel line off in an emergency. We have that option.
That's kind of pointless, though. Well, I guess to get, yeah, it's kind of pointless.
Why?
It's a carb. All the fuel's in the bowl. It's not going to stop the engine from pinching it off. And with the thing zip tied, we're not going to be able to move the funnel.
It won't stop it from running, but it'll stop an extra 1.5 ounces of fuel going into the carb.
Yeah, you pull that pin. Pull pin.
Just hate how hard they are to pull. I get you don't want it bouncing around and falling out on its own, but the other day I mispulled it when my car caught when V2 caught fire, and I was like, hold up.
No, you gotta.
Yeah, right. Like
The hook's so small, you can't even get a finger in there to adequately pull it. Like it's even too small for my pinky finger.
Here. There. You want to post on Facebook? We're about to fire up this thing.
Yeah, as soon as I get this long ass spider web hair thing out of me. Probably just drop a link to your stream in the comments once I do.
Okay. Trying Facebook Live here. I don't really have a mount set for my phone, so I'm just going to try to dangle things off this engine over here till we can see what's happening. I would highly recommend checking out the YouTube Live, but for those who aren't into YouTube Live, at least we'll have some sort of Facebook-based backup here. No, don't start typing. No, don't. Phone. Everything I'm trying to put it on is metal right now. Hey, that's good enough. Welcome, everyone on Facebook Live. You get a unique, terrible view of this thing, but we've got a homemade carb adapter back here. So this is a B6D dual overhead cam Mazda 1.6 engine going into Festiva. We've got a custom welded manifold over here. Steven built this, so it's a aluminum plate, basically aluminum sheeting, welded onto a stock lower manifold, CNC top plate with a Toyota 3K carb bolt at the top of it. We got some gravity-fed fuel over here. On the front side, we have the brand new Sam Industries T25 turbo manifold. So these are fully built to be a plug-and-play option to run a T25 upgraded turbo on your B6D or B6T. Right now, we've got a very nice GT 2554R on here. That's ball bearing. We've got a Nissan OEM like GTIR Sunny elbow on here. Kind of hard to find those, but I'm going to try to remake some of these. Everything else on this is just a fresh, low mileage, large nose crank B6D. If you go to the YouTube side of things, you can see we have a view there of everything and a secondary view where we can hopefully see the turbo spin up just firing it open air. I think with that said, we're ready to go because Nicholas is here and it's his engine.
It might backfire pretty loud,
Yes.
when I turn the power on,
Yes.
depending on where the distributor is.
And depending on where all the fuel went. All right.
No backfire, so that's good.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna have to stand up for this one.
Spark plugs in the right order. There we go.
See how much air that's pushing out this idling. Oh yeah. How much torque? I think we're running out of fuel already. Whoops. Okay, I definitely had those right the first time. I think we're out of fuel. From just spraying it out.
More
It doesn't
fuel?
smell like oil. It smells like water. Stagnant water.
Water, cleaner, citrus strip.
Does she need more fuel?
There is some fuel in there. It's down to like here ish.
You can try it again and see if it'll suck the rest of it. Might.
Phil Taylor said, "Well, she runs. I'm out. Gonna cook."
I might see an air cleaner on it. Got more than enough oxygen coming out of the carburetor. Do you happen to have a balloon? Do you have like a balloon we can put over this? Like a pipe? No, like a balloon to blow up.
It did turn out really good, though.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks really good.
Not really.
A trash bag?
That's the last one.
A house one would be better. That one's like a foot or
Yeah? Yeah, you can do the house one. They're right next to the trash can.
See what we can do if you put 20 degrees of time.
We might have had some oil in the cylinders there.
Nick's here.
he is here.
It's pretty sick, though.
When did you get here?
Literally just now.
Oh, cool.
See,
What
is
are you doing
Facebook
here?
Live catching this? I think
Watching
it is.
the motor run.
All right, we're gonna see if we can put a trash bag on
No,
here so you guys
no.
can watch it.
He
and
was
play
kind of on
trash
the way
bag from all the
through.
boost
Oh,
it's
okay.
making,
Okay.
which is crazy because there's no load on it for it to make this much boost. Is pretty sick.
Where did this engine end up?
In his black car.
All right, how's our fuel level looking?
Yes. When?
Ohio
Quite
Steel.
low. All right, we'll put some more in
Okay,
there.
Will told me something about this swap is happening at Ohio.
Yeah.
Have you cleared this with Tommy?
Not technically, no. Is he a no swap mood right now?
He's, I thought, permanently in a no swap mood.
I'll ask him real quick.
So you should clear this with Tommy, and you need to leave William's name out of it. Will is not in charge of the swap.
Yeah, that's all
He
me.
is not part of the swap. He will lend a hand when he thinks he doesn't want to
Yeah.
have fun rallying. But he is nowhere associated because Will has already gone in too many troubles with swaps that have been promised to be done, and then something fucks up, and now there's a broken car. So Will's name is not a part.
That's
of
why
this whole
that's why it's running right now.
Okay, I would
I'll
definitely
text-
message Tommy. I don't know if he told you, but him and Gabrielle broke up.
Did they?
Yes.
I did not know that.
So I have a feeling he's going to be wasted half the weekend.
Yeah,
that's just my guess.
yeah, that's news to me.
And
So
between that and like, I don't know if he's still on surgery painkillers or what. Like, I don't expect him being very helpful. I could be totally wrong. He could be totally fine. He could be sober all weekend. That'd be great for him.
What
yeah,
y'all
don't
doing?
do that.
But
Warning accepted.
Let's hit it. All right, we've got ourselves a trash bag. I'm gonna try to make it as like not inflated as I can, and see if we can fill it with air.
Pretty much uninflated right now. Oh, you should be able to just draw these tight, and that should be enough to. He's gonna
I'm gonna be
kind of.
able to hold it nicely. I don't want this
I'll grab
turbine to suck in the dead side.
I'll grab a zip tie. Good. Oh shit!
Hang on,
Did you put more fuel in here?
I did.
Okay, it's like very full for a very rocky motor. Oops.
All right, send it.
Oh wait, I unplugged the Sparky boy.
Ah.
Just kind of hold it. Good.
Oh, she's still spinning.
I can hear it.
So what all is
Still
gonna
going.
in my B3 for this?
Still going.
It should just
Still
pretty much
going?
bolt in. I'll have a
And everything.
yeah, I'll have a mount made.
Still going.
We are dripping again.
Ow, it's a hot manifold. Duh. I don't know if this camera's picking it up, but it's still spinning right now. And stopped. Oh no, Steven, I melted bagged the manifold.
Yeah, I kind of figured that much.
I bumped it just a little bit too hard.
Had to figure out where it's dripping. That might have just been for me splashing it around too.
Definitely not from the top.
Yeah, top's dry. It might have just from me splashing it because it is kind of full.
Oh,
That and there's some over here too, so it's kind of raises the plausibility.
what is this water pressure?
Yeah,
You know,
that one we'll have to swap out for your B3 one.
I don't even know if my B3 will match.
Oh, that's even better.
Beautiful.
Last time it worked was before I did the carb swap.
Yeah.
Is it even worth trying to figure out how to hook up a choke while we're there? I don't know.
I've never needed the choke.
I think in the wintertime, if I just
Yeah,
Twice
the-
while cranking it, it'll fire.
Yeah, the accelerator pump in this works really good. Down right above your hood latch, there's a tiny little hole with a plug in it. That's actually where the stock choke cable goes. Yeah. We didn't get the choke because we had an
How
electronic
much
carburetor.
fuel's left in there? Ah,
Didn't even know we had a.
But yeah, there is a spot for a choke in the Carby Festiva. Technically, it wasn't even manual. It was like the RX-7 one, right? The chokes that we got that we didn't get.
the ones we get are manual. It's a long cable.
But it's like it has the automatic thing inside, like it's powered still.
I don't think the overseas ones were powered.
You don't think so?
The ones that had the cable, I don't think had power.
The RX-7 ones are powered.
I have to pull up the diagram from the UK one. Send it again. I'll put the turbo on the live stream, on the Facebook Live.
I plugged that in right.
Pretty good idle.
Yeah, it's probably gonna need an air box. Too much.
ASMR of an engine getting choked out.
Yeah, I've always ran it with an air box. I just use a stock one.
Okay, everyone on
Any-
Facebook,
any
thanks for
filter.
joining us. I'm going to end this one, and we're going to continue on the other one.
What my current air cleaner is the top.
I don't know how to end a Facebook live
With a
stream.
hole cut out of it to match the.
Oh, there it is. All right, the rest of this will be available on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, there it is. There we are, streaming from the other camera on YouTube. And chat.
Still living.
Was that just a Facebook Live you ended or both?
It was.
Are you gonna get with Tommy then?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to text him.
It is dripping somewhere. It's dripping there. It's dripping off the bottom of DC.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's from.
I'm probably
when it
gonna-
splashed or what.
No, it looks like it's dripping out of the corner of the manifold. I'm just gonna take the manifold off and re-weld that corner to make sure there's no holes.
Put that crappy paper gasket back on it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But that's why I wanted to get a test fired this weekend for any small things like that.
I will say it is. It looks noticeably bigger than a B3.
It's a whole extra cam.
Yeah. Well, it's only bigger in that direction. The block's the same size. And that's an E-Series transmission we stuck on the end of it.
Yeah, if we do keep my catch can, we have to reroute that because right now
I would say don't keep it.
I didn't plan on it, but right now where it's mounted, so the two bolts in the firewall for the airbox on the inside, it's mounted to those bolts with the airbox still
sure.
mounted on the inside.
Yeah, because the B6D/T has a factory vent for an air oil separator, which is nice. But this one uses so little oil and stuff, I wouldn't bother. And if you break this cap, you have to buy, like, you can't just use general vacuum caps. You have to buy this one from Mazda because this other ones just keep popping out.
It's also a really weird size. Like, it's not...
Right. This
Sounded
needs
good.
cleaned off. It sounds great. Idles really well.
Sounds very
Yeah, that needs cleaned off so you can use that.
No dropping.
Or I guess you don't have to clean it, but it's the less gross looking thing in your engine because everything else looks beautiful.
It's good. Is that a new starter?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, that's just test
Oh, that's
platform.
just your tester?
I do like the wrinkle paint. It did turn out very, very nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Right?
Figure out how to route it to a carburetor.
Don't. There's no tuning, no nice tuning to be done. You can't control your ignition curve.
Just more fuel.
So yeah, just
Get an EFI Festiva.
Like you had to do.
No, just get an EFI Festiva,
wasted fun.
then buy one of these, and then
Is
do
your
it all
Black
right.
Festival your only one?
So I had that 90.
Good one.
I had my 93, but back in 2019 or 2020, right before COVID, I had the driver window scattered out of it, came out all at the same time, and I didn't.
Well, yeah.
Oops. Yeah, it's bet he just left chat. There you go. Beautiful. All right. I think that's the end of the stream then. The rest of the stuff Steve and I have to do is just like small miscellaneous bits and bobs.
Did you guys have lunch?
Yes.
Did you guys have lunch?
Little panda. I got some left actually if you want. Or I did.
I put it behind.
Ah, there, yeah.
Yeah, because the dog was definitely getting her nose up there.
All right. So yeah, everybody that joined us for the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. Hope it was worth the payoff there in the end. I certainly think so. If you aren't already planning on going to Ohio Steva, you should change your plans.
Yeah.
This
next
coming weekend, May 3rd, it's gonna be a great time because there's gonna be tons of festivas, tons of great people, tons of great food, and of course the Ohio Steva rally where we gonna drive the rally cars. I think we'll have at least 5 this year working, and mine's gonna be there. And anybody that shows up is welcome to drive mine around the track. It's a great time. I would definitely show up, and you don't have to be there in a festiva. You can come in any vehicle you show up in. It doesn't matter. We're all here to have a good time and to hang out. So show up, have a good time, hang out. Thank you all so much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time. See ya.